Will we be getting a Marvel Zombies Season 2? Kamala Khan zigged when most heroes would zag, and the end of this Marvel animation series leaves us set up for an undead alt-MCU finale. But the days of a guaranteed sequel is no more at Marvel Studios. So, is this the latest MCU one and done, or are we set for more zombies on Disney+? We're going to answer that question today as we break it all down. Marvel Zombies. This is a series that closes with a classic Wanda mirage, but at the end, it is the remaining Avengers against Wanda Maximoff and her army of the living dead as she finally looks to approach and gain the power from Infinity Hulk. Wanda and Hulk, a tale as old as time. Kamala Khan ends up being the last one standing, and that is no coincidence. Apparently, Wanda needs Kamala's power in order to fulfill what she is going for. She says to bring the world back to normal, but nefarious means are afoot. And at the end of the day, Wanda offers her a choice. Join me and bring everybody back, or join her army of the undead. And Kamala does something interesting here. She says yes. In a world where every MCU hero takes willpower and perseverance over everything to stick by their morals and always do the right thing, Kamala, with no one left to do the right thing for, gives in. She takes the deal, and we end with a flash as Kamala is back in Jersey. Normal world, Riri's there, Kate's there, but everything is not as it seems as we find out that this is a Wanda Maximoff Westview situation, and Riri Williams tells Kamala that it's all fake, and Wanda is behind it. And then we cut to black and expecting a season 2. Here's why Kamala's story is so interesting. In the show, she's set up as the hero, the lead, the heart of the story, on top of the fact that her reputation in the Marvel world is an all-time generational babyface. But at the end of the day, instead of the usual hero does good until there's no more good to be done, Kamala gives in. She takes the deal. She subsides to the Wanda Maximoff temptation.
And so the world begins again.
It's a nice little twist. It's not just surviving, it's being corrupted along the way. And the reason it hits so hard is because Kamala's decision seems pretty fair. Like I said, everybody is gone. All the friends that she's had, all the friends that she's picked up along the way, all have perished to Wanda's army of the dead. So, what is there to be good for? Why not take the deal? Who is there left to save? Now, if this sounds familiar, a young hero taking a deal that you would not expect a superhero to take, it's because we saw that in Ironheart earlier this year, where Dominic Thorne, playing Riri Williams, literally takes a deal from the devil to bring her friend back to life.
Riri Williams.
Not very superhero, not very Marvel hero, not a good thing to do, but that's what makes the ending of that show and what makes the ending of this show with Riri and Kamala so interesting, so compelling. These stories are talking to each other, or at least they're setting the fans up to be conditioned for a Riri redemption arc, because Riri being at the end of Marvel Zombies, telling Kamala that it's all going down, I don't think that's a coincidence, because somebody needs to be there for Riri to tell her what she did. Not cool, pretty messed up, very Pet Sematary situation. Then there's the Wanda side of it. If Multiverse of Madness set Wanda up into the upper echelon of MCU villains, like I believe she is in, this show sets her up as the official MCU Boogeyman and Ghost. I'm sorry, it's never you. It's always Wanda as the Baba Yaga. She's not just a zombie in this. She's not just a witch. She's a myth. Literally the queen of the dead. Every time Marvel touches Wanda now, the lore becomes bigger and darker, and the mystique around the Scarlet Witch just keeps growing. And this series locks her in as potentially one of the most scary villains the MCU has ever put forth. So, where does that leave us? At the end of the day, Kamala makes her choice. She makes a deal with Scarlet Witch, and we're living under an undead Scarlet Witch rule. Kamala's figuring out what's real and what's not. Riri is seemingly still fighting after potentially taking something earlier in the show to help her survive the zombie apocalypse, and we're here under Wanda's rules, and we're not really sure where that goes. Now, the question is, will we get to see where that goes? Legendary Marvel Studios executive producer Brad Winderbaum put it pretty clearly. If people watch this, we're going to get more, and if they don't, we might not. And that's kind of where we're at with Marvel Studios. In a perfect world, Marvel Studios doesn't care about money, and they make any and everything that they want to make so fans can go find the content that they want to watch. No, you don't have to watch everything, but it's available. That's kind of where we were at coming into the Disney Plus era. We were coming off of the Infinity Saga, and Marvel Studios couldn't miss. They did nothing but win, so why not greenlight everything they could think of? The issue is, heavy is the head. Movies are sports, and just like in sports, when you reach the top of the mountain, when you become the champion, you're going to get everybody's best shot, and expectations for your performance go up and up and up. So when Marvel Studios puts out projects like Eternals, Moon Knight, Quantumania, and they don't live up to these raised expectations that only Marvel Studios gets, then there's no guarantee that we're going to get a follow-up to that story. All that to be said, the cliffhanger at the end of Marvel Zombies tells the audience that we're definitely going to get to see what happens on the other side of this coin. How can they not finish the story? But the reality is, it's not a guarantee anymore. So if you want to see the rest of Marvel Zombies, you got to tell people to watch it. You got to tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your grandma. Everybody needs to watch Marvel Zombies to get more Marvel Zombies. And if they don't, then they're not going to keep continuing the story, which that's just business, baby. So, Marvel Zombies does not end with a victory, but a surrender by Kamala Khan, and the idea is that we would get a Marvel Zombies Season 2 to see what Kamala does to fight out of this reality, what Riri does to pull her out of that reality, and what Wanda's grand plan really is. And leaving us on that cliffhanger is actually the most Marvel way to keep us around for another set of Marvel Zombies, but if people aren't watching, there's no guarantee that we're going to get it. It's a very confusing time in Marvel Studios. So, do you want Marvel Zombies Season 2? Do you want more Kamala, Riri, and Kate Bishop together in the MCU? You let us know in the comments. I'm Matt Rimke. Until then, we'll see you next time.